Okay, in homework 411, problem number 1, Martin earns $80 for grooming 4 dogs. If he earns a 5% raise, how much does he now earn per dog? So here are the adorable little dogs he gets to groom. If he gets paid $80 for grooming all 4 of them, how much does he get paid for grooming one? So we're just going to divide 80 by 4. So 4 goes into 8 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. When I subtract, I'm going to 8 minus 8 is 0, but I have to bring this 0 down. That means I have to divide into it. 4 just goes into 0 times. So 0 times 4 is 0. So he gets paid $20 for grooming each of these dogs. Now we need to find out then, if he gets paid $20 for one dog and he gets a 5% raise, we need to know what 5% of 20 is. So we'll set up a proportion to find that out, a proportion of part over whole, because we're looking for a percent. So percents are part over whole. This will always be 100, and I'm looking for 5%, and 100% is equal to $20. So I need to know then what 5% is equal to. I'm going to set up, now I'm going to solve for x. So 100 times x is 100x equals 20 times 5. Well, 2 times 5 is 10, and I'm going to add that other 0 on. So I'm going to divide both sides by 100. X equals 1. That means he gets a $1 raise for each dog that he grooms. So he gets paid $20 for each dog that he grooms plus that $1 raise. That means that his new rate that he gets paid per dog is $21. Okay, in problem number 2, Martin earns $60 for grooming 3 dogs. If he earns a 10% raise, how much does he earn per dog? So he's only going to be able to groom 3 of these guys. So let's say this guy does not get groomed this week. Okay, so he's going to groom this guy, and this guy. So he has to divide that 60 by 3. 3 goes into 6 twice. 3 times 2 is 6. When I subtract, bring the 0 down, 3 goes into that 0 times. So he gets paid $20 for grooming each of these 3 dogs. So I need to find out what 10% of that $20 is so that I know how much he gets paid per dog. So I'm going to set a proportion up for that. So this ratio is my percent proportion. We want to know what 10% of $20 is, because remember it's the $20 per dog. So if 100% is equal to $20, what is 10% equal to? So I will cross multiply and solve for x. So 100x is equal to 10 times 20 is 200. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 100 to isolate my x. And 200 divided by 100 is 2. So that means that he gets paid, after his raise, he gets paid $20 plus $2. His new rate of pay per dog is $22. Okay, in problem number 3, Martin earns $100 for grooming 4 dogs. If he earns a 5% raise, how much does he earn per dog? So, if he earns $100 for grooming 4 dogs, that means he earns $25 per dog. So I need to find 5% of 25. So I'll set up my proportion for a percent. And I want to know what 5% of 100, 5% of 25 is. Okay, and again, 25 came from dividing $100 by 4, right? And I did that in my head. 100 divided by 4 is 25. All right, I'm going to cross multiply. 100x equals 25 times 5 is 125. And I divide by 100. X equals 1.25. So he gets paid $1.25 more now per dog. So it's $25 per dog plus 125. That's what 5% is. So his new rate per dog is $26.25. In problem number 4, Martin earns $80 for grooming 5 dogs. If he earns 25% raise, how much does he earn per dog now? So now I have to work in this little tiny area because I could not resist this adorable little guy. But it was a huge picture and I can't scale it down. So I need to figure out if he gets paid $80 for grooming all 5 of these dogs, how much does he get per dog? So I'm going to have to divide 80 by 5. 5 goes into 8 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. I'm going to bring this 0 down. 8 minus 5 is 3. 5 goes into 36 times. 6 times 5 is 30. When I subtract, I get 0. So now I know he gets paid $16 per dog. Okay? All right, so if he gets paid $16 per dog, 100% of the amount he gets paid per dog is equal to 16. He gets a 25% raise, and we need to know what that is. Which, by the way, if you get a 25% raise, that is a good day. That's a fourth of what you get paid. So I'm going to, which should be a big hint. Some of you might be able to figure this out without doing this proportion, without solving the proportion. So 100 times x is 100x. And 25 times 16 is, 25 times 16 is 400. I'm going to divide both sides by 100. X equals 4. So he used to get paid $16 for each dog. Now he gets a $4 raise, so he gets paid $20 per dog. In problem number 5, Martin earns $90 for grooming $90 for grooming 6 dogs. So now we have this other little adorable. He's so cute. And I hope he's not this guy, just younger. I could kind of see that. This guy might be this guy grown up. Oh well. He's going to have these 6 to groom, and he gets paid $90 for doing it. So if he gets paid $90 for grooming all 6, how much does he get paid for grooming 1? Well, we're going to divide 90 by 6. 6 goes into 9 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. When I subtract, I bring down my 0. And 9 take away 6 is 3. 6 goes into 30 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. When I subtract, I get 0. So he gets paid $15 for each of these 6 adorables. And he should actually be having to pay somebody $15 to be able to play with these cuties. So I'm going to set my proportion up, part over whole. My whole amount, the 100% of what he gets paid for grooming 1 dog is $15. He's getting a 20% raise. So we need to know what 20% is equal to. So we will cross multiply. 100 times x is 100x. 20 times 15, well 15 times 2 is 30, and now I'm going to add that 0, so it's 300. I'm going to divide both sides by 100, and I get x equals 3. That means he gets a $3 raise. So he used to get paid $15, now he gets $3 more, so he gets paid $18 per puppy now. Okay, now he gets paid $66 for grooming 3 dogs. If he earns a 5% raise, how much does he earn per dog? So let's see. He's going to groom this dog this cute little guy, and who can resist this guy? So he's not going to be grooming this guy, or this guy. Oops. These are the 3 dogs that he's going to be grooming. So if he gets paid $66 for grooming 3 dogs, we want to know how much he'll get, how much he's getting paid per dog. So what's 66 divided by 3? 3 goes into 6 3 times, 3 goes into 6. Oh, that was 2. 3 goes into 6 twice, 2 times, 3 goes into 6 2 times. So he gets paid $22 for grooming each one of these guys. What a deal. And then he gets a raise, right? So I'm going to set my proportion up, part over whole, and I want to know how much his raise is. He gets a 5% raise at $22 was the amount per dog. So I'm going to cross multiply. 100x equals 22 times 5 is 110. Divide both sides by 100. X equals $1.10. So his raise is $1.10. So he got paid $22 per dog. He gets a raise of $1.10. Remember, when you're adding numbers with decimals, you have to line the decimals up. So he gets paid, bring that decimal down, $23, and that should have been 10 cents. He gets paid $23.10 per dog. Now we're going to do the problem on the back of homework 4.11. Okay, so does this table show a proportional relationship? Remember that this is the equation for a proportional relationship, and we're starting to call this M to get you ready for 8th grade. So y equals rx or y equals mx. You're going to pick a set, and you're going to put this x number in and this y number into that formula, y equals mx. So if y equals mx and y here is 4 equals m and x is 2, then we're going to solve for m. We want to isolate this variable. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. So m equals 2. So if this is a proportional, if this table shows a proportional relationship, that means 2 is our constant of proportionality, and we should be able to multiply all of these x numbers by 2 to get y. So so we know it worked here, but does it work here? Let's try it. I'm going to write y equals 2x, and I'm going to put these numbers in here. So if y is -2 equals, and 2 times x is 0, -2 equals 0. This is not correct, so this does not work. I can stop right now. This is not a proportional relationship because this number does not work in this formula, so this is not proportional.